My name is Brent. I have been an English teacher in the United States for over 20 years. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is not your first time here, you may have seen this English lesson already. It's when I go to an abandoned house with my brother. But a couple months ago, I accidentally deleted the video from YouTube. So what I did was I re-edited it. It's hard to say. I put a new edit on it. So it may look a little different, but if you are sitting there thinking, I've seen this English lesson before, it's probably because you have. But hey, watching English lessons over again is a great way to learn. My brother also back then was a little camera shy. He did not want to appear on camera. He did not even want to talk on camera. If you saw the English lesson we did with the snowplow, he was on camera quite a bit, and he also spoke quite a bit. Hope you enjoy. Are you ready to learn some English? I think I have a treat for you. We are going to be learning English in this abandoned house. And when I say abandoned, that means nobody lives here. But my brother is here, and he has a key, and we are going to talk about why this house became abandoned. There's so much to talk about. My brother is actually entering the house now. So let's get inside here and we'll talk about why it looks the way it does, because it was foreclosed on. That might be a new term for most people. Yeah. And there's no electricity here, so I might have to turn on a light here. All right. So this house was foreclosed on, which means whoever was living here was paying the bank each month because they took out a loan. Maybe this house was $100,000, probably a little more. So they asked the bank for that money. The bank lent it to them. So the bank still owned the house. But as long as they made monthly payments, they could keep the house. Well, something happened, and they were unable to keep this house. So this is why it looks the way it does, but might be a great way to learn English. I'm not going to lie. One thing that worries me about this house is the animals who may have decided to make this their home, because out back, there is a lot of woods. Look at this calendar over here. September 2020. So that might give us a clue as to how long this house has been empty. I'm filming this in July 2023. So not very good at math, but I think that's 3 years. Is that right, Ben? 3 years?
Correct.
3 years. My brother's better at math. Oh, but look at this. They were patriotic. There is an American flag there. So now we should talk about where my brother comes in. He does not want to be on camera for some reason, but he will sometimes take jobs like these, and that is, he is going to get paid if he chooses to accept this job. Hey, it's me. I'm here at the airport editing this video, waiting for my plane so I can go to Brazil, but I was hoping, maybe, if you would like, subscribe so you never miss another English lesson, and hit that like button. It helps the channel. Thanks so much. To clean this place out, like take everything out of here so that this house could be sold. Of course, there will have to be some renovations. And when we talk about renovations, let's take a look at the bathroom. This bathroom definitely has to be renovated. It's in a pretty bad state. So, toilet's nasty. Yeah, so they would have to put in new fixtures. So like, those things are called fixtures. Just different levers to turn on the water. That would be a fixture. That's a fixture right there. Nothing is in there, but something that helps you pull a drawer open would be a fixture. And it's super sad because I just ran into a cobweb Do you know what cobwebs are? Spiders will spin cobwebs, and sometimes you might run into them if people haven't been here for a while. But I feel super bad because it looks like the people who lived here had to get out really quickly because they couldn't afford this house any longer, and they left their stuff behind. Oh my gosh, do I dare go down in the basement? I think my brother has a really big light in his truck, like a really big flashlight. I'll show it to you later, and we might use that. But a lot of books here. It looks like whoever lived here before really liked cooking because so many of these are cookbooks. And we might call that a box of odds and ends. Just random toys. This thing looks like a really old space heater, we would call that. A space heater is portable, which means you can carry it around, you can lug it around. All right, so somebody left a mattress here. We got a chair. This is called a radiator. So not a space heater, but it is fixed to a certain place in the house, and that is where the heat comes from. If that radiator down there is working well, you wouldn't need a space heater. They left behind a couple TVs. Now, wow, this is really nice. This fireplace is really nice. I like the tiles. Those are what those boats are on, tiles. That fireplace is nicely tiled. I don't even know what that is. I don't want to get, oh, never mind. Maybe I won't show that. That's a dead bird in here. Oh, gross. This place almost certainly has mice living in it because those little things on the ground, we would call those mouse droppings or mouse poop. Oh, that dead bird. Oh, I'm getting out of that room. All right, let's see what's upstairs here. Hopefully no more dead animals. More books. This looks like it was a bedroom at some point. Nervous about what kind of animals. I just don't look too hard, but what is this? This looks like, oh, maybe a really big Christian Bible, it looks like. There's some board games, some clipboards. Right down there, we would call that a lampshade. We just found a couple different types of hats. We'd probably call that a top hat, and that probably just like a straw hat, I think, with a flower. Yeah, that's seen better days. There's a big hole in it. Don't think anybody wants to wear that. And we might call this thing a basket of trinkets, basket of odds and ends. And my brother doesn't want to appear on camera, but he just mentioned that probably that hat was chewed by a mouse. This right here could be chewed on by an animal, maybe a mouse. And we would also, if there is a family of mice living together, we do call that a mouse nest. Hopefully there aren't too many mouse nests in here, but there probably is. If my brother goes down into the attic, I will too, but I don't think I'm brave enough to go down there by myself. So you can go down the stairs safely. We call this thing, call that a handrail. And that's a light switch, but of course, doesn't do anything because this house doesn't have any electricity. It doesn't have any power. Yeah. Hey, my brother just corrected me. In English, this is probably called the baseboards. And then this thing over here would be a register for the heat, register. Yeah, we have registers in stores, cash registers, but that's also a type of register. All right, my brother just said he's going down in the attic, so sorry. He just corrected me. Basement. The attic is on top of a house. It's the highest floor on a house. The basement, or the cellar, you might hear, that is the lowest part of the house. And it looks like we are going into the basement now. Hey, no dad shoes today. Got the dad boots. Dad boots with the shorts and the long socks. pretty ugly. All right, how do we... I'm a little lost. How do we get out of here? Okay. Oh, down here. Don't want to be on camera though, right, Ben?
Well, show the back of my head.
All right, there's the back of his head. Look at those big scissors. So somebody must have been sewing.
Oh, yeah, we had some water damage here. Holy smokes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're not gonna probably go down here. It's probably full of mold.
Oh, okay.
Cardboard boxes and stuff are soaked.
Okay, I'm not sure if you heard what my brother said, but he's not going to go down there too much because it looks like that basement was flooded at one point. If you've been with the channel for any length of time, you will know the same thing happened to my basement, but we were able to fix that. We'll take a look at the basement here in a minute. All right, my brother's just saying tons of stuff off camera that I think would be great, but he doesn't want to be on camera. But he talked about how there was probably 3 feet of water in this basement. And, yeah, it just smells musty, moldy. And you could get sick if you're down there too long. So, Ben,
Yes.
Don't peer on camera here. We can just look at my stupid face. But now what would you do? Like, would you have to get on some special gear to take care of that?
Yeah, a respirator you'd have to wear just for the mold spores so you wouldn't breathe them in. Probably full suits. Yeah.
All right, I'll put up a couple pictures of that as he talks, but a respirator is something that helps you breathe. And he mentioned mold spores. So those things can get airborne. They can get in the air, get in your lungs, and make you super sick. All right, we're back in the kitchen. And yeah, I would call this a kitchen. This is unfortunately pretty wrecked. But right up top here is the ceiling, top of a room. We call that the ceiling. And this is insulation. And what insulation does is in the winter, it will just help you warm your house. You definitely want insulation in your house if you live up here. All right, gosh, my brother is dropping tons of knowledge here. He tells me when I'm done filming, but this pipe looks like it broke. That fixture is a little messed up right there. More insulation. And he also said insulation will actually help cool your house. If the house is cool, it will help the cool air stay inside the house. So it's good for both the summer and the winter. I'm just an English teacher. I'm not an expert at this stuff. My brother is, but have I mentioned he doesn't want to be on camera? And he just said, oh, way to make me feel bad. Yeah, I want him to feel bad. He has a lot of knowledge and he wants me to say it, and I don't know as much about it as he does. This front porch out here probably. Broken lawnmower. Not sure if you can see that. All right, look at this. This is the driveway. It is in disrepair. There's a lot of plants that have, we might call this overgrown. If somebody had lived here for this time, they would probably trim this up. Yeah, we got some tires. Those are not easy to get rid of. Gas can. Very rusty. Not sure what this is. You know what that is, Ben?
I don't know what that is. I tried to figure it out.
It's not a kid's toy, right?
No, it's not some sort.
No.
It has a handle here.
Whoa. Yeah, we don't have any idea what that is.
It's heavy.
And it's heavy, he says. But I'm not going to walk out there, I don't think. But there is a car that somebody just left there. That would be very expensive to dispose of that car. I hope this lesson helped you improve your English. If you are looking for more English lessons, right up there is one where I visited a flea market. Thanks for watching. See you next time.